So we're headed again to John's apartment. Welcome to John's apartment, which is going to be visible just when we crest this hill. So we're going back to John's apartment today, now concealed by trees. Zach actually requested to do this. What is it you're wanting to go do?
Try on his armor.
John, as you may have seen in my previous video, has a set of Renaissance Fair armor, and he's going to be selling at least one piece of it soon. So Zach has an interest in cosplay. You've been cosplaying
as a Ghostbuster for
probably about 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so since he was about 9 years old. You like elevators?
Yeah.
Ironic, we were just in. I was just in a hotel a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Or just.
Oh yeah, you've been working up at the 360 Grill.
Yeah.
I forgot. Which you can see right there.
Yep. In the distance.
Yeah.
Actually, when we were building the hospital, I could see it go up.
Wow.
Here. That's apartment number one. When I set the fire.
Is that why it's got black around it?
Yeah, I guess he still hasn't got all that fixed yet.
See? Here is the suit of armor. Hello, Richard.
Named after King Richard III. The first thing they put on is padding. Now, armor will stop a blade. So here's my blade. Now, right now, you're just insured. This is going in. All right.
He's trying to scare you.
Now, throw this on.
From the bottom or?
Now, this obviously is, now this jacket right here, now that is a real gambeson. This is something I threw together just because it was easier to wear something like this than actually try to put that on and put the chainmail over.
What's this called?
During the time period, I mean, depending on the time period where you were, it had different names. Gambeson, Akaton, it could have been called an arming jacket. That would have been later on. And so it had different names depending on the time period where you were. Padded jack would have been used as well.
All right.
One of the names. But what this essentially was just, you know, it was padding. You see, this armor is going to stop the blade.
All right, shove it in point first. I got to see
Not
this.
a chance. If this was proper riveted chainmail, I would do that. But this is not proper riveted chainmail,
right.
so it won't take that stress. So this would have been designed for a glancing strike, not a direct strike. It's not made for that.
All
so
right.
the person wearing it is going to be shifting their body so that it goes across as opposed to going in.
All right. Now, how much does this weigh?
This weighs 29 pounds, according to the shipping weight. And it still smells of the oil that they put it in when they shipped it to me 6 years ago.
Yeah. Now, John's about to sell this item, so that's why we're going to go ahead and shoot this video today.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is the back. I tied this on there just so I know where the back of it was.
Huh.
You might want to take your glasses off. You put this on just like you would an ordinary shirt.
Like I just did this?
Yes. Good luck. Now, real chainmail.
Go ahead.
Real chainmail.
I haven't done this, so this is you're one up on me, Zach.
Yeah, I've put this on several times. I've also put it on parents at different events I've gone to. On the words of "Better you than me," because it is a pain in the butt to get on.
Yeah, a good thing. Good call on the glasses.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now.
Oh man, this is folded up back here.
All right.
There we go. There it went.
It kind of fall out. Now, I've described this thing as like wearing a very heavy, form-fitting leather. Very form-fitting sweater.
Come over this way, Zach. Kind of turn around for me.
Let me turn on the
How's it feel?
Now, although this
It feels like the proton pack.
A little bit like a proton pack.
Although this thing does weigh 30 pounds, unlike your proton pack, which is coming down right here on the shoulders.
Which is, and it's Only on the one side, yeah.
Right.
You're back heavy, you're tilting, yeah.
Whereas this is spread out over the body. 'Cause, you know, there's people who will ask, will say, well, did they have to wear, you know, they have to use cranes to get on a horse in this? No. Man in armor was supposed to be able to do, you know, running jump on his horse. And so in order to do that, of course, this was not that bad. Soldiers in Agincourt died wearing their armor, but not because it was too heavy to get up off the ground. It's because the mud was sucking them down.
Oh,
Because,
gotcha.
yeah, and proper armor is fitted to the wearer.
Now, the guy that's going to buy this, has he tried it on yet?
No, he has not.
All right.
Okay, now let's put you on a few other pieces of padding. Now, we should put this on before we put on the shirt, because this would actually go on underneath that. This is just more padding.
We can tuck it, can't we?
Let's leave it as is. Now,
All right.
this is arming cap. It serves the same purpose as the padding.
It's a snug fit over that hair.
Now, trust me, it's a snug fit on my head too. This serves the same purpose as the padding. All right.
We got a strap coming down his nose here.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. I actually wore this in a play. 3 Murders and It's Only Monday. Now this is called the Kettle Hat. It gave good solid protection on the head, it allowed free vision, and the brim was good for stopping things coming from above. As I was told, this was actually very good for siege warfare.
Okay.
So when people are throwing stuff, now a poor knight might wear this, but more likely a foot soldier who doesn't have anything is going to be wearing this
Now,
big helmet.
is that the one from the hall?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Small.
This is like a medieval hard hat.
Yeah, pretty much. I've called it an armored pith helmet.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see that too.
The shield is called a buckler, and I actually find reference to these in the Bible, where the name buckler is used, and it's probably just a word that they thought fit what they were talking about. But this isn't really for anything really blocking. You know, you can't, if you want to use this against arrows, forget it, you're dead. This is more like for one-on-one combat. This is to knock back their arm, to maybe block their blow. If nothing else, hit them in the face with it.
So yeah, it's a bashing weapon,
And
hence the small size.
Right. And you heard the term swashbuckler?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because when that name was first applied, it was in the 1600s. Young men wore a rapier, and this was hung off the hilt, and it would swash.
Gotcha.
Gee, I felt like a medieval Captain America.
Medieval Captain Britain.
All right. Now this is going to be hanging off your left side.
Are we supposed to take all this off again?
Oh, you're not getting tired, are you? All right. You wrap this sucker around you. It goes around twice. Now, this thing is made to go on that armor.
On this? On the Richard? Okay.
See, this was the biggest size they had, so even though I'm kind of hefty, and was hefty at the time I bought it, in order for me to wear it without the armor, I had to poke a few holes in it. Okay.
With an auger.
Yep. And now we've got the belt on. Let's put a sword in there. Yeah. Now this is my favorite. It's called a Falchion. This is real, by the way. It's not sharp. I'm not that stupid. To me, the Falchion is a kind of a hacking weapon. The early one, or the others, because there's 2 designs. There's this one, which is a custom Falchion. Like that. The other looks more like a machete, and it gets a little wider as it goes. And that had all the weight of an axe behind it. So it was really made to hack and slash with. All right, let's slide this into the spot on the belt. And I can never get this thing to hang right. All right.
Look pretty good. Can you draw the sword from there?
Yeah, we need to put that in a position where you can draw it with your right hand.
All right, so reach.
So we need to shift that a little more this direction.
Can't quite move your arms as far as you thought you could with that chainmail on.
Which is the exact reason why I had this made, this padding shirt made, because there's no way I could maneuver in that.
I see.
With all the additions I made to it, and it wasn't that great anyway.
All right, see if you can draw it with the opposite hand. Yes.
Yeah. Now, I've been told
You're gonna
this
rule
was a-
Britain now.
This was a low weapon, from what I've been told. So this would have been something given to archers. A battle reactor said it was a low weapon. So it wouldn't have been in a knight's hand, but you never can tell. All right. So you're going into battle. You've got to have the shield handy.
Okay. That's almost the way that the pedal of the trap goes over the gun of the ghost trap.
Now, you're also carrying a blade. Now, let's see. Here's your medieval shotgun. Now, the way this would have been fired, notice, what do you notice about it right off?
It doesn't have a trigger.
It doesn't have a trigger. The reason for that
Very good.
is these were fired like cannon. So there's a touch hole right there. So you put the powder in, put the shot, ram it in good and tight. And then they use what's called a slow burning match, which is more or less fuse, as the gunpowder mixture mixed into it. It burns at a rate of roughly 1 foot per hour. And you touch it to the touch hole. Boom. Now, one of the things,
And it was it instantaneous as soon as it touched?
just about.
All right.
There's one of 3 things that's going to happen to you if you fire off this weapon. Thing 1, absolutely nothing, because they used the wrong type of saltpeter. Because the potassium nitrate, there's like a version that's kind of there's like 2 chemical mixtures for this stuff, and one of them is really kind of damp and wouldn't light, so nothing happens. 2. The barrel isn't strong enough to take the explosion, blows up in your hands. Next thing you know, your name is Stumpy. 3, it fires. But because rifling wasn't invented until the 1700s, and rifling is what allows a bullet to follow a straight line, because it hits the grooves in the barrel. As the bullet spins, it goes in a straight line. They didn't come up with that for at least 300 years after this sucker was made. So you might hit your target, but you might not. And this is actually kind of more of a medieval shotgun.
I want to see the hat and the shotgun together.
All right. Actually, there's a picture of me with hat and shotgun.
We didn't put the padding on.
Well, I didn't wear it either for the play either. So
Raise it up just slightly over your eyes. There we go. Oh man, you got a definite Barney Fife vibe happening now.
said small pebbles, sweepings off the smithy's floor for a shotgun effect to discourage the opposition.
Oh, okay. Like scatter shot.
Now, because this stock is too short, if you tucked it under your arm to fire it, you're going to get a face full of powder. So, to keep it away from your body when you fire it, you might use something like this. So, this allows you to hold it away from your body and fire it without risking any burning ash coming your way.
So it's like a monopod.
Yeah.
It's like what a photographer uses now.
Now, here is something that
And you have 2 sizes of it.
A magnet kind of thing at the end.
I thought it looked like a magnet. Yeah, I had the wrapping makes it look like an electromagnet. Zach,
That's
very
right.
good. I thought the same thing.
Now this, actually this one's not mine, but this will kill you. This is an arrow, and it will go straight through this like butter. Because this travels at a rate of 180 feet per second.
Did it rifle? That's what the feathers are for, right?
Yeah.
For straight flight. Yes.
Now,
And it would just poke
it would go
through.
straight in there.
Wow.
Now, this particular type of head is called a bodkin point. You notice instead of being a flat arrow, like you're used to seeing, this is more of a pyramid. It's a spike on a stick. It's called a bodkin point, and I read where it's probably the Vikings came up with this. But these were in use at the Battle of Agincourt in 1415. Made mincemeat out of the French.
Ooh.
And here's another lovely weapon. That is called a Polax. I've got a halberd against the wall.
Because I saw that and thought it was one of those.
Now this is a concussion weapon.
I'm impressed you knew the word.
I play a little Dark Souls.
Okay.
I used to.
Now, again, a knife blade is going to go across that sword blade. You know, you can feel the impact. Now, this is to get past armor. Okay, let me show you. Hold still. I bring this down hard. What am I going to do to your shoulder? If you're lucky. If you're lucky, I'm only going to bruise you.
It looks like a meat tenderizer.
One side of it. And then again, this point is going to go straight through that. See, a knight in combat, your goal isn't to kill the other knight. Your goal is frequently to take that knight prisoner, because you can sell him back to his family. Now, a foot soldier, like yourself, is worth nothing. So they're going to kill you. But the knight in armor, they want to keep alive. So they're going to try to disable him. Disable the guy, he can't fight, he goes down, he has to surrender.
Gotcha.
That's the beauty of this weapon. Now, you were asking about a halberd? Here you go.
Watch that lamp.
Now this survived the fire. In fact, it's slightly discolored in places because that's where ash landed on it.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Axe, obvious for that's 4, but this is for getting someone at a distance, and this is for unseating a knight on a horse.
How so?
All right, you're on the ground. The knight comes riding by. Use this to catch hold of some of the straps of armor, and you can hook him.
Okay, all right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. I rather like that weapon. And here, and again, you could outfit. You know, these were some weapons that could be.
Oh, I'm still recording.